Listen. Listen. Ganz einfach finden. Gucken wir mal den Dienst. Haben wir jetzt da hier? Ich kann das Zeitfenster noch nicht bestimmen. Ja, ist doch wieder.
We have to wait for him to sleep it off. He's all yours, Poirot. There are a few things I need to check.
There must be some way of sobering him up.
I wonder what his wife used to do. He must have scared the customers away.
Guck mal, da hinten. Mal jetzt durchsuchen hier.
It's Alice Asher's notebook. Ah, that's interesting. It probably contains information about her possible debtors and creditors. Bodley. The fruit seller has debts too. She will probably be more cooperative thanks to this piece of information. Mary Drower was telling the truth. Mrs. Asher regularly gave money to her alcoholic husband.
Neues Ganji.
A box of new stockings.
Fünfziger. Gut. Finde ein Mittel, um ihn nüchtern zu machen. Okay. Eiskaltes Wasser soll helfen, ne?
Mrs. Asher lived very simply.
Komme ich jetzt eigentlich hier hinter? Nein. Komme ich noch nicht. Kann ich mit ihm trotzdem schon reden?
He's not in any condition to be questioned. I have to find a way to sober him up.
Wie macht man einen Betrunkenen nüchtern? Die kalte Dusche stellen.
Strawberries, 6 pence a pound.
So, Fräulein. Du hattest Schulden bei ihr.
I am accusing you of the murder of Mrs. Asher.
What? It wasn't me.
According to the victim's account book, you owed her £10 for tobacco and magazines.
That's a lie. She owed me £1. I swear.
Now,
Erklärung verlangen.
please be so kind as to explain this.
Look at my account book. Alice owed me £11 for fruit and vegetables. I may have had a slate at her shop, but she had one at mine. She owed me £1. And that reminds me I have to get it back from her niece.
That is quite enough. Your account book has saved you, but I might ask Chief Inspector Japp to throw you in the cells for 1 or 2 nights while he checks your entries. Do you want to go to prison?
Prison? Now that's not fair. I haven't done nothing.
In that case, I am counting on your full collaboration.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Doch, aber einmal.
Listen, I didn't kill Alice, I swear. But it's true that I did go to the shop yesterday.
At what time?
6 o'clock. She left me a note saying she wanted some strawberries if I got some. I received them late, about 6. So I took them over to her.
But you did not see her.
She wasn't in the shop, so I just put the strawberries on the counter and left.
Diebstahl will ich sie jetzt
Did
nicht
you see
züchtigen. Erstmal
anything
noch nicht.
unusual in the shop?
No. Well, maybe one thing. There was a railway guide on the counter. Alice didn't sell them. Maybe it's the customer who left it there.
Und dann muss sie...
I thought Alice had just gone to get her medicine from her room and that she'd be straight back.
You mentioned medicine.
Something for her cough. She used to take it a lot.
Who do you think killed her?
France. Her scoundrel of a husband. He was always after her for something. Well, he's a foreigner. Sorry, sir. What I mean is he's German. That's even worse.
Naja,
Did
die
you see
Deutschen sind immer am
Franz Asher
schlimmsten.
enter the tobacco shop late yesterday afternoon?
Well, no. But at that time of the day, the streets are packed, and I have better things to do than watch her shop.
I'll just borrow your bottle a moment.
Take it. It's what Alice used to sober up her husband. But try not to empty the bottle.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
So. Das. Und das. Das passt aber nicht. Die muss er aber eigentlich gesehen haben um die Zeit. Mal ja gerade alles schon durchgeguckt, ne? Jetzt ja. Warum hat er das vorhin nicht gemacht? Ihre Aussage mit der Beobachtung? Nein. Mit dem da? Nein. Dem da? Nein. Nein. Doch. Ruhiger. Verdächtiger. Opfer. Gut. Hier noch? Kannst befragen. Dann machen wir den mal mit Essig wieder munter.
The priority is to question Asher.
Benutzen. Nochmal. Benutzen. Ah, da.
Mes amis, I can say without a doubt that poor Mrs. Asher was killed between 5:30 and 6.
Killed when the street was packed with people. That's rather bold.
I've been talking to the neighbors and...
No one's seen anything? Or rather, it's anything and everything. Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah. We must grill this villain Asher before he falls asleep again. This man is in rather a bad state.
Aber um Kampfvorwürfe.
This man has been fighting and he smells of alcohol.
Hat sich geschlagen. Schon wegen Alkohol wieder. In den meisten Fällen so ist. So.
What
Komm, wir
were
fangen mal
you
ganz
doing
normal an.
yesterday at the time of the crime?
Can't recall.
You had been drinking again.
The occasional slap, sir, that's all.
And you cannot even remember how you ripped your coat?
I got it stuck in a door.
Nee,
Asher,
mach mal.
look me in the eye and tell me that you were in a fight.
I'm looking. No, I wasn't in a fight.
You are right. Looking at the state of you, you did not defend yourself. So someone gave you a good beating.
A beating? No way. All right, he tore my coat and gave me a black eye. You see the state of him.
Very interesting. Who is the other that you struck?
Probably best if I tell you everything. Yesterday afternoon, I met Roderick Tanner. We'd bet on a dog fight together.
An illegal bet, naturally.
Yes, sir. Our dog won. Roderick got the money, but he refused to give me my share.
And you fought about it. What time was this?
In the evening, about 6, I think. We were on the other side of town. You see, I couldn't have killed my wife.
Asher's alibi appears to be confirmed. All the same, I'm going to call and check that he did have a fight with this Tanner on the afternoon of the murder. You can never trust this sort of chap.
One thing is certain, Asher was a ruffian who used to beat his wife.
But he's not very educated. It certainly was not him who wrote the letter signed ABC. Let's resume, Hastings. We know the murderer pretended to be a customer. He did not kill her for money, that appears to be certain.
I agree with you on that point.
And the murderer left an ABC guide as a signature. Therefore, it's likely he wrote the letter.
Indeed, but that doesn't explain why and how he did it.
You are quite right. Why he did it is a mystery. But as for how he did it, we do know enough to try and reconstruct the events.
Okay. Rekonstruktion. Dann schauen wir mal.
The killer enters the shop. Mrs. Asher turns around to greet her customer.
Bestellen?
The murderer asks her for some tobacco. She turns her back to him. He seizes the opportunity to strike her.
Umdrehen?
He then places the ABC upside down before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Asher has a strong alibi and we don't have any other suspect. But what was the point of this crime?
She had no debts. She gave Franz Asher money regularly. She wasn't owed money. Nobody stood to gain anything.
No doubt about it, the murderer is insane.
And I fear that we had not heard the last of him.
I hope you're wrong for once.
Bien, let's go back to London. If we hurry, we should catch the 7:02 train. Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I have to talk with Andover police.
See you soon, then. Are you coming, Hastings? Let's go home. There's nothing for us here.
Gehen wir zurück?
Well, do you have any idea about the killer's identity?
The crime was committed by a man of medium height, with red hair and suspicious eyes. He has a slight limp on the right foot and a wart just below his shoulder blade.
Poirot!
Mon ami, what do you want? You fix upon me a look of dog-like devotion and demand of me a pronouncement à la Sherlock Holmes. Now for the truth. I do not know what the murderer looks like, nor where he lives, nor how to set hands upon him.
What shall we do, then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Do not be so impatient, Hastings. The killer will manifest himself soon enough.
I thought I heard the postman. Maybe there's some news.
I would go and see.